Here's a little known fact that keeps people fighting so much, and every year it just gets worse and worse, and so many people know it, and so many of us just want the fighting to stop and want to see more love and less hatred and less snap judgments and knee-jerk reactions that are totally disproportionate. So here's what's going on. That is, we're very good at formulating arguments inside of our head that sound great to us, and that would appeal wonderfully to people that are already on our choir. But we don't put any focus or thought or consideration or critical thinking into the conversation that's going on inside of people's heads that aren't already inside of our choir. We make no effort, most of us, the majority of us, the ones that are into the fighting, I shall say, the snap judgment, the quick knee-jerk reactions, there's no thought at all in considering trying to understand what their foes, their enemies, whatever, for lack of a better thing, are going through, or what they're thinking, or the conversation that they're having in their head. The argument sounds good to me. Wow, I'm building myself up. I'm crafting this, I'm typing it, I'm making whatever. Just totally, this is really turning me on. I feel sexually aroused. This is so great. And then they put it out there, and it just invokes fighting. People that are already on their side of the fence in their choir are like, yeah! And people that are not being connected. They're just fighting, they're throwing things around, saying horrible, mean, and nasty things. It is very, it's an ego trip to just consider thyself and what sounds good to myself. It's humble to actually be interested in getting inside the conversation of somebody else's self-talk that they've got going on, and to try to understand where they're coming from. Because I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, the overwhelming majority of us believe in and want the same things, but we have an enormous gap in our communications, and instead of focused on closing that gap by trying to actually understand what the other person is thinking, what they're saying, and asking questions with a goal of understanding, instead of doing all that, we just want to formulate arguments that sound good to ourselves and people that already believe what we believe, you know? So that's a fact. That's not even an opinion. My opinion is it's horrible, but that's a fact. And I think probably the overwhelming majority of us really do want to see more love and less hatred, more celebration and patience with each other and understanding, and less hate and knee-jerk reactions and snap judgments and just awful things, okay? And that's just one example of, we really do want the same things. The overwhelming majority of us, we really do. But take the focus off of what sounds good to you, and instead put the focus on understanding the people you're trying to reach out to when you make discussion points or arguments for a position that you believe in, whether it's politics or religion or whatever. It's about connection. If you don't connect to the person you're talking to, they're probably not going to see your point. You're not going to see theirs. They're at a 5 and you come at them at a 10 or a 2. There's no meeting anywhere. There's no connection. So therefore, fighting. Fighting, fighting, fighting. So please feel free to share this video if you think it's a good message that more people should hear. Just click share, pass this along, add your 2 cents if you'd like. And remember, when you don't understand somebody, refrain from making statements. Ask some questions. And ask questions with a mindset of, I genuinely want to understand this person, and I want them to understand me. Okay? So pass this along if you think this is a good message for people to understand. And if you'd like to know more about me, because I'm always making videos, my website is tomberkenmeyer.com. Take out the space, normal spelling as you see on social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. And I'll see you later. Bye for now. Mwah!